Hi everybody, welcome to At Home with Gigi. I'm Gwen. Thank you for being here. I am really excited about today's project that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to make a floral basket for Memorial Day and I just love how it turned out. And I'm going to be using something different and you've got to let me know what you think about what I'm going to use. I'm not going to tell you just yet. You got to stick around and see what I'm going to use. I'm just giving you a little sneak peek here of how my basket turned out, and I think it is just so beautiful and just so appropriate for the holidays. So let's get started. So we're going to use this basket that I found at Michael's for 50% off and create a gorgeous floral arrangement for Memorial Day. But instead of floral foam, I'm going to use something that I saw Damon over at Deco Exchange use, and I will link that video down below. And he just did a perfect job of explaining this stuff, and it is hilarious how he explains it. But you do need to use caution. I did not use gloves when I was spraying this stuff. I should have, and I would urge you to use gloves and to use some eye protection if you don't wear glasses. I do, and I'm going to be using, it's called Great Stuff, and it is spray foam, and I'm going to use this in place of, like I said, floral foam, and it is just amazing stuff. But I'm putting the plastic in there because I don't want it to stick to my basket, because I do want to switch this out later in the season. And you just point it down into your basket, pull the trigger just a little bit, and then just start spraying. And I'm just moving around in a circle. And as Damon explained it, you don't want to get too close to the outer edges of your container, because this does expand, and I mean it really expands. So I'm just putting down a layer, as you can see, just going around and just being careful not to get it on. Don't lift it up, spray it out. Please go watch his video. It's hilarious how he explains how to be careful with this stuff. And then you just got to let it sit. I let this sit and dry for about 48 hours. And you absolutely want to not touch it with your bare hands. Don't mess with it. Don't do anything. Just let it sit there and it will dry. And it takes, like I said, probably after 24 hours it would be dry, but I just left it for 48 hours and it was dry. I left this part in to show you about putting the nozzle down on that little tip that's sticking up, because if you don't, it will continue to ooze out. So just make sure that you do that. And this is what it looks like after it has set for 48 hours. And the bottom that looks so wonky and smooth there, that was what was in the plastic. As you can see, it's kind of sliding around in there, so I didn't want that. So I flipped it over and just popped it down in there, and it did not move. And I'm just going to be using a variety of greenery that came from the Dollar Tree and from Walmart, and just things that I have had left over from last summer and other projects. The only new things I'm using is the basket, the Great Stuff, and oh yeah, the flag that I bought at Walmart. And I'm just showing you that I'm going to be using this, and I've turned it upside down, and I'm just going to place my greenery into it just like I would floral foam. But because I have flipped it upside down, the shiny part was at times really tough to get my greenery through. As you'll see a couple of times here, I struggled to get it in there. If you use the other side, it's just like floral foam. It just goes directly, just boom, it just goes right into it. But I love this. You didn't have to use a boatload of floral foam, and it was just fun, something different. Don't forget, you've got to let me know if you've used this or not. And if you've used it, what are your thoughts? Did you like it as much as I do? Have you used it again? This is where I made my boo-boo. I forgot to add the moss in, and it would have been so much easier if I had remembered to do it here, and a lot less messy, but it's okay. I'm going to use these white flowers that I've had for probably 2 years, and I saved them from another project. I can't remember what they are called, but they are so beautiful. If you know what they are, drop the name down in the comments for me if you don't mind. But I love these. I've been trying to find something to use them, and I thought this would just be perfect for the white part of the red, white, and blue theme. But I just love these. They're so gorgeous and just plush. And for the red part, we're just going to use these beautiful red poppies that I had left over from another project last summer, and it's just going to give the arrangement a little bit of height. I'm just adding in a little bit more greenery. I found those when I was digging in my container looking for some more red flowers, which I did not have. And I found this was left over again from a project from last year, and that came from Michael's as well. I want to say thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. If you're new, welcome. I'm Gwen. I hope you'll decide to stick around and become a part of my YouTube family. It's absolutely free to subscribe, and I'm edging on up there, getting close to the 500 mark. So if you find value and enjoy my video, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button. But anyway, thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. If I had remembered to add the moss before I put the flowers in, I would not have made such a mess, but what you gonna do? So I kept going back and forth trying to decide if I wanted to make a bow or if I wanted to use the foam USA sign that I had picked up from the Dollar Tree last year. As you can see, I decided to make a bow, and this ribbon came from Michael's, and I got this last year whenever they had all their 4th of July stuff 70% off, and this is just some really good quality ribbon and just real pretty ribbon. And you'll see here I've used the red and white ribbon. I used that during the holidays last year and had a little bit of it left over, and so I'm using it as well, and I'm making about 4.5 inch loops with the red and white, and I think the blue ribbon with the stars was about a 5 inch loop. And y'all, have you ever done this when you're cutting your ribbon? Yeah, not once, not twice, but 3 times, y'all. I cut it wrong. I was so frustrated, but see, I can cut a dovetail. But I was so tired by the end of the day, because I usually work on my projects when I get off work. And anyway, back to the video. I just made about a 3.5 loop with a little khaki colored ribbon with the hearts on it. And I thought that was so pretty. I'm just using a little piece of ribbon and wrapping it around the center of the bow just to cover up that zip tie. I don't want to hot glue my bow to the basket, so I'm using a bamboo skewer. You can get those at Walmart or Dollar Tree or somewhere like that. And I just snipped it down to the length that I want, and then I'm going to hot glue it to the back and then just insert it down into my basket, into that spray foam. And it just slides right into the foam. And then I'm just going to give it a really good fluffing and get my flowers that I've kind of smashed down, get those out and fluff them back up. last little detail. I'm going to add a flag there in that corner that doesn't have anything there. And no, I didn't break it off, but I ran into Walmart. I was in a hurry. I grabbed 2 flags. When I got home, I realized one of them was broken, but it was the perfect size. I couldn't ask for anything better. And it just slid right down into that spray foam, and it was just perfect. So couldn't ask for more than that. And I think it just turned out so gorgeous. The wind cooperated and made the flag just fly, and I love it. Let me know what you think. Comment down below and tell me what you think. Please excuse my muddy yard. We had some torrential downpours the day before I filmed this, so please excuse that. But tell me, have you ever used spray foam before? And if you did, what was your outcome? I cannot wait to show you in future videos how I'm going to use it. I'm hooked, guys. I love it. But thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.